Hello, this is John Miller, the creator of The Rest of Everest. I think I can safely say that this show is, without a doubt, the most in-depth look into the entire experience of what it takes to climb Everest, as well as some other peaks throughout the Himalayas. But all of the events in the series are shown in chronological order, so if you're new to the show, please go all the way back to episode 000 and watch everything in order. That's truly the best way to enjoy it. Thanks. Well, we're only 11 weeks away from heading to Nepal and Tibet for the Everest 2010 workshop and trek, and we still have some space available on the team. We're really wanting to have a fully booked trip, and so we're locking in a discounted workshop price for everyone, which will save you $500. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, and if you've been enjoying these recent episodes of the show, then consider joining us and experiencing it all firsthand. Interested? Well, email me directly or register through our online form at everestthetrek.com. Hope to meet a few more of you in person, and I can't wait to see everyone who's already on the team.
This is the Rest of Everest video podcast, an almost unabridged expedition experience.
Episode 128, Immortalized in Nepal.
Is everyone ready for the intro here?
Yes. Yep.
All right, here we go. First of all, I just want to hear.
I pity the fool.
Okay, just want to.
What was that?
Don't make me mad.
What, you guys don't have a Mr. T in your pocket?
Don't give me no back talk, sucker.
All right.
You guys.
The toys I keep next to my desk when
Mr.
Sam's in the
Hero.
office. All right, so we are recording. Here we go. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to The Rest of Everest. I'm John Miller. Have an interesting lineup of guests this week. We're going to start with John Coleman. How's it going, John?
Going great. How are you?
Doing well. So glad to have you along. Steve Wolf, sans Andy Wolf this week. How you doing, Steve?
I'm fine. How about you?
Doing great. Andy is working just fast and furious on a sculpture in her workshop right now. Andy actually does wood carvings, and she's amazing. What's her blog address, real quick, so people can see what she does?
Andy Wolf. That's ANDIWOLFE.blogspot.com.
Okay, yeah, her stuff is truly amazing, and I highly recommend everyone look at it. So go ahead and just do it. The address is up on the screen. Go look at it. And then moving right along, we've got Jeff calling in as well. How are you doing, Jeff?
I am doing well, John. Thanks very much.
And we will continue on with Steve Beatty. Steve, how you doing?
I'm great, John. How are you?
I'm doing great. And, okay, the guest of honor this week is Megan Sarge, who unfortunately is not going to be, she's not calling in via Skype, but she is on her cell phone, and she is en route to the Midwest right now. So she's not going to see any video, but she is joining us because it's a very important episode, including her this week. So Megan, how are you? And thank you for joining us.
I'm doing well, John. How are you?
Okay, so as we mentioned, Megan is the guest of honor, just like John Farrow was three episodes ago, with his birthday, and because in this episode, Megan has a birthday. And it's always a little bit scary now knowing just what were the Sherpas going to do to celebrate her birthday, but it was very different and it was very cool. And I'd say this is a week where we finally do get to leave DIngboche, even though we really enjoyed our time there. The weather is going to allow us to go higher. So as this episode starts out, we're not exactly sure where everything stands. So I'd say let's get back up to DIngboche and let's go ahead and start to see just how this day is going to shape up. So here we go.
And we're starting to look a little bit gnarly.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Well, today is the morning update for, off the top of my head, I believe it's May 13th.
Sounds right.
And so yesterday, didn't film everything, and Sonam and I ended up having a hard conversation with the group, trying to get everyone accustomed to the idea, or at least understanding the concept that we may not make it to Everest Base Camp simply because of the poor weather that we've been experiencing. I just want to get everyone understanding that it's a distinct possibility we may not make it because the weather was terrible, and yesterday was our second rest day, certainly our second day that we were not planning on taking. And I think that came across pretty well. Everyone will start really understanding that there is always the possibility you will not make it to your destination when you come out to the Himalayas because the weather is in control, not you. Woke up this morning, and so right now it is, let's see what time it is.
Early.
It's 6:20 in the morning, and neither John nor I have left the tent yet so far this morning. I got up a little bit early. I had a really rough night because I had told everyone that, we all think positive thoughts and pray. If that's your thing, then we might just make it work. But then I spent most of the night tossing and turning and hoping there'd be some kind of positive sign. So, well, I'll let you guys decide for yourself what you think happened last night. So. And again, John here hasn't been outside either.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks good from here, though.
Hallelujah.
Oh yeah.
I was so happy to see this blue sky that morning.
Oh yeah, such a relief.
See, I've even made Tilo a believer.
A believer of what?
A believer in powers greater than ourselves.
Yes.
And you grew up in East Germany.
Yes. And I never believed that I ever will be on such a trek.
Look at that. There's Loti.
And Loti just looked glorious that morning.
Everything we couldn't see yesterday is completely visible this morning.
And the tents are green, not white. That's a good sign.
It's absolutely gorgeous out. Blue sky. It does appear that we know what we're talking about. Steve's smiling over here.
I'm smiling.
Because I think he was one of the people who thought I was talking on my ass yesterday evening.
Oh, I'm so happy to see the sun this morning. It's beautiful.
Did you have any real belief that we were going to have blue sky this morning?
In all honesty, I was expecting it to be snowing again this morning, but this is wonderful. So I'm feeling very hopeful and positive this morning that we should have a great trek today and see what happens. I'm not making any predictions. I think I'm willing to accept whatever happens, but obviously I'd love to get to base camp in Kalapatar, so it's great to see the sun, yeah.
It definitely seems like we've been given a chance again.
Yes, yeah. So Tilo and I are pretty happy this morning.
Yes. We were pretty happy. And even the helicopters are already flying, so that means good weather.
Good weather, yeah. I was a little bit worried last night because as I was going to bed, I could hear the snow falling on the outside of the tent.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, all right.
But it stopped somewhere in the middle of the night. That's great.
That's just beautiful.
But it will be a hot trek today.
Yes, it will be. And one of the other cool things is that we have another birthday this morning. Another participant, another team member has a birthday. So, hey Megan, are you up?
Yes.
Happy birthday!
Can I stick the camera in the tent?
If you want to see me doing my makeup here.
Can I stick the camera in the tent?
Sure.
My makeup.
Yeah, we have to give Megan a little bit of hard time because she's putting makeup on.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. Oh God, are you serious?
You've been
Makeup for the whole
outside.
trek.
So how do you feel about the present that we've arranged for you this morning?
Very happy.
You got that.
I'm going to say it's completely Sonam and Karma's deal this morning. They worked very hard last night to arrange the blue sky. They made a lot of offerings.
Yeah, best birthday present ever.
Oh, that's great. So you are 1 year older.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So the other day you were half the age of John Farah. And now you're older than half.
Wait, isn't he 51?
He's 51.
So now I'm still half the age.
You're still what?
I'm still half the age.
Oh, I thought you were 24. I thought you were 25 now.
I'm
or before.
25 today.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm all kinds of confused. I'm just like, we have blue sky.
Yeah, I saw. Very happy.
Great. Did you sleep okay?
Yeah.
Great. And so, no more being holed up in the tea house playing cards tonight.
I know. Oh, sorry, I've got sunscreen in my eyes.
No problem. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
I don't know if there's an anatomically correct snow person out there, so
Okay.
I'm going to go check for it. But if not, I hope you're okay with the blue sky.
Yeah.
Karma.
Yes.
Looks like we're in good shape for today, huh?
Yeah.
Like everything's gonna be much better than it was yesterday.
Yeah, much better and very clear weather. Yeah.
Were you surprised when you woke up?
Oh yeah.
At just how clear it was gonna be?
Yeah, it's very clear and sunny. Yeah, we'll see all the mountains.
So that's Lhotse, right?
Yeah, that's Lhotse, yeah.
No, is this Amadablam?
That's Amadablam. And down that's Tamserku. And that's one is Papuche Peak. And next one is Solatse.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we should have a good view of everything today.
Yeah.
As long as weather doesn't close back in on us.
Hungry.
I am endlessly fascinated by watching yaks chew hay and whatnot up high, because these guys, although these are not actually yaks, they're the hybrid. I always forget the name of the hybrid, but
Yokpoos, or
that sounds familiar, but I can't say for sure. But they eat almost nothing, and yet they just carry these huge loads. It's just amazing, and so I enjoy filming them. Just one of my little things. Luckily, I've been out there enough that I've got lots of footage of this stuff. I've got a big library, so if anyone needs any stock footage of these guys eating hay, you know where to find me.
There's apparently 124 different combinations of yak cattle hybrids in Nepal.
I'm guessing, Jeff, you just knew that, and you're not referencing Wikipedia at all.
It's not on Wikipedia.
Okay, so it's just something that you knew.
No, it's something I just Googled.
I love that shot there of Steve Beatty.
Yeah, I love that shot too, John. That's a great one.
That's one of the real luxuries that you get on these treks, is you just get to stare around at some mountains.
Yeah.
I know that John Coleman, you wrote on your blog Droplets of Something .com that you don't get a whole lot of downtime. I think it was in your blog, or maybe it was on Facebook.
It's a Facebook comment, yeah.
But yeah, once in a while you do get these little moments where you're just it's all you and your thoughts, and it's just one of the true luxuries of these treks. This is, of course, our staff all getting ready, and our staff was far too large for me to know everyone or spend time with everyone. But
that was Concho, wasn't it?
We all made it happen. I don't think so.
No.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah, they're always so impressive. They're up before us, and we're still eating breakfast, and most of those guys are off on the trek, and we get into camp, and all our tents are ready, and you always knew everything was going to be taken care of with these guys.
I recently just edited the episodes where several of us make it to base camp. I know that's somewhat of a spoiler, but you guys already saw the teaser months and months ago. But it's still amazing, just the level of service that we're given up there. It's just truly remarkable. And so
for the climbers, that service goes all the way to the top of Everest.
It really is amazing. So this is a helicopter, and a lot of people thought that was potentially for the helicopters were always going up because of maybe they were dead bodies, but in fact a lot of those were tourist helicopters.
And maybe if you just there on time, then we can prepare for the cake, very small cake.
Okay.
I don't have anything special for you, like John.
You know what, just getting to hike today is perfect.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay, so
that's my pleasure.
He's so comfortable.
So
His pants are smoldering.
Yeah. I'm going to talk over this right now because this whole thing here is incredibly awkward because Sonam is lying to Megan, saying that, sorry, we didn't have any time to do anything like with John.
Situation right now.
And Sonam's a terrible liar.
We had a big to-do with John Farrah's birthday. And today, as you know, is Megan's birthday. And everyone's been promising her that, we just couldn't really do much. Maybe there'd be a cake at tonight's camp. Maybe not. It just depends on how early we get there and what materials the cooks have. But actually it turns out that a bunch of the Sherpas, including Sonam, got up very early this morning and they walked up here. You can see how much higher we are than that's where we were last night. So we've walked up some pretty good altitude so far. But they apparently have immortalized Megan in the hillside here by creating some kind of triangle and I think writing happy birthday in rocks or in paper or something like that. So it should be something we can see any second now. And as far as I know, she doesn't know anything about this. It could possibly just be me, since I'm privy to a lot more of the goings-on since I organized this trip, and I'm sort of the head Westerner. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what the guys have done and seeing what Megan's gonna think about it. So see what we can find here.
You can already see the weather's closed in a little bit.
Karma.
Yeah, the weather was still a little bit bad here, but it was certainly good enough to start making our way up. And there you see Karma at the very end here. There's Andy Wolf.
Chris has
with her Wood Central
today
henna.
He has just a mild perma-scowl today.
A perma-scowl.
Yeah, you doing all right?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
I'm doing
There's
fine.
a little bit more O's in the air, huh?
The thing, a bit more O's would be nice, especially as I'm probably one of the group, one member of the group with not that much aerobic fitness. So I find myself usually in the last third of the group, unless it goes straighter down. Then I'm usually with the first ones. That's gravity helps.
But so, you said something about that you don't get cold.
I don't freeze easily.
You said you're something like a heat radiator? Or?
I'm a radiator that snores at night.
A snoring radiator.
I'm a snoring radiator. So, I don't wear gloves. Most of the others do wear gloves. Yeah. When we arrived here a couple of days ago in wet, cold snow, I didn't wear gloves. I switched my internal heating system on. I have a central heating system basically. My fingers.
There's a downside to having all these pockets, and the downside is you lose things. I mean, there's so many pockets and so many garments that
a year later you will find things and go, oh, that's where I put it. I've bought 3 of them since.
You're like,
I just hope it doesn't.
2,500 rupees. All right.
I just hope it doesn't go through the wash first.
I still have a glove that hasn't turned up from the trip.
Yes.
I think it's gone.
By the way, how do you call it? Perma-scowl?
Perma-scowl.
Also comes from the fact that Sonam told us to pack light, but in the same breath he told us to pack windproof pants and second layer and waterproof gloves and all that sort of stuff. So my back and a down jacket. So my backpack is like, I think probably 3 or 4 kilos more heavy than usual.
Oh really?
So I'm actually carrying more instead of carrying less. So, and I think I'm carrying too much water actually.
Chris?
Huh?
Didn't it was intended to make the life for the porters easier for the altitude?
Life for the porters?
Yeah, because to take out stuff of your luggage and into your backpack.
Anyway, I'll survive the day with a minor shoulder ache, I guess.
I am just so ecstatic to finally be on the road again. I don't do cabin fever very well. I probably would have knocked down the walls after a while.
Yeah, there's no pharmaceutical treatment for cabin fever.
Well, maybe heavy sedation.
Oh, yeah.
That might have worked.
They were running out of that.
Man, I had to do something, and I'm glad we're on the road. Although we've not come very far, we're on the road, on the trek.
This is the hardest part of the walk.
The riding is just to the side of me right now. After I'm in front, we're gonna go around over this ridge over here. Then we're gonna be able to look back. And it definitely says something. I couldn't quite tell what it says. But I think it's gonna be pretty clear. So I'm glad that I'm rolling the camera right now. This is gonna be pretty cool. It's still beautiful out. But we're rapidly losing our blue sky. So it's good that we still have some contrast.
And now we're just being all totally casual. Nothing's going on. We're just walking through this field here. Not a big deal. Nothing to see here, Megan. Just keep walking.
I'm gonna cruise off the trail here. And then look back and see what we can find. See what we got going on.
At this point in the trek, everyone was getting along so well, and I can say that, Megan, we were all extremely fond of you at this point. So we were all very excited, those who were in the know. We were very, very fond of John Farrar a few days ago.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear me. Yeah, don't believe a word anyone says ever. Yeah. Birthday to you. You've been immortalized on the side of a ridge.
That's awesome.
In Nepal.
Sweet, thank you.
That was hard work.
No good background?
It's terribly hard to see in the video here. But it does say Happy B-Day. And I believe it says Magan, M-A-G-A-N. Magan, yes.
Best birthday present ever.
Best birthday present ever, exactly.
I want to be very clear that we had nothing to do with it. With all these guys.
All the truth.
Did you get it?
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So, Megan, Sonam's giving you a hug here. And
there is.
Like,
but it's okay.
What was going through your head? Like, how were you feeling when you saw that there? That was pretty cool in my eyes.
I was really surprised. I was relieved it wasn't a female snowman. But it was just, I mean, they had to get up extra early in addition to getting us ready after 3 days of being in DIngboche. And it meant a lot. They worked extra hard for this.
This morning at 5 o'clock. Yes.
And that snowman melted. Those rocks are probably still up there.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised in a few years if I go back when I go back eventually to see that message still there.
Actually, I didn't have any concert met till now till 4:30. So I remember the Cal. He's saying that Megan.
Yeah, you got it right.
Megan. She likes something like adventure. So I'm thinking that what to do. There is no more ice over there, and we did all the icy stuff for the John. So I want to do something different. So at 5, I wake up all my Sherpa, Pemnuri, Pasang, Kansa, and we came here. At 5:30 we reach here, and we keep on collecting the rocks and putting over there.
You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
can I get a picture with you guys?
Okay, yeah, sure.
So that will probably stay there for years to come.
Let's hope.
Yes.
Let's hope, yeah.
And other people will wonder what that means.
Yeah. Maybe the other people.
What it means. It says happy birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, it says happy birthday over there because we started walking over there and it took so long time because we have to be down there at 7. So I just got the happy birth. So I just B and D right over there.
But you made it.
I want a picture with you guys though.
Okay, yeah. Long is away. Long. And
I want a copy of this.
and this all be done because the karma gave us permission to do this. Otherwise, it can't be happen.
Yeah, I like how Sonam is always. Sonam was like a leader of the group, but I think more because he was just more fluent. The reality is that Karma was the man in charge. Karma was the boss. But Karma was totally into all of this stuff, so thanks to Karma as well for being, totally like, yeah, go ahead, Sonam, do whatever you want because we like this group a lot. And they always, these guys will always say, you were the best group we've ever had. That's just the way they are. But in truth, I really think that we were one of the best groups they've ever had, and they're all looking so forward to coming along on the next.
What's going on?
Next trip with
there's
us.
Just this whole field of alpine primroses that is just stunning. Snow, just this low alpine scrub, and these beautiful purple flowers just blooming. They're beautiful.
And this is part of your profession, is it not?
Yeah. I'm a botanist at Ohio State University, and I've been collecting pictures of plants all along the way. It's a little hard to do that at 15,000 feet.
Were you had kind of given up on botanizing?
I didn't think I'd see anything up here in bloom. I was hoping I wouldn't see anything up here in bloom because I'm tired.
Why do you think there is stuff in bloom up here?
Well, when the sun comes out, most of these are in little sheltered pockets. And all of these flowers have a little disc shape to them. So they're like little solar collectors. And they have a bright yellow spot in the middle, which is kind of a pollen guide.
And what are these again?
These are primroses, alpine primroses. This meadow, in about a month, is going to be the most beautiful alpine meadow you can imagine.
Do you think it's also because of how much further south we are?
This is typical of any mountain area. Above the tree line, you're going to have an alpine zone. It's kind of a tundra. And when the snow melts and it becomes summertime, the whole region just bursts into bloom for about a month. And you have an incredible amount of biodiversity. And it's just a botanist's dream come true to be up in this region.
Here, let me give some perspective on why these flowers, though, are so unexpected.
I could use a hand. Okay.
Because we see all this, as I want to walk out so I don't fall over, but we see all this grass here right now, but if I just pan over a little bit, you can see that it actually is still very much winter up here.
We have low-growing shrubs, junipers, and something I don't really know what it is. It's probably in the sunflower family, or maybe in the Ericaceae, and then lots of mosses, lots of little grasses and sedges, and lichens on the rocks, and a smattering right now of primroses in full bloom. It's beautiful. It's an absolutely stunning landscape for somebody when you look at the Himalaya mountains, and geez, it's just a beautiful place to be. I can't believe I'm here.
Who was that masked woman?
I think Andy said there's like 50 varieties of
I have an
primroses
email
in the
from
Himalayas.
her, actually. She says that, because she couldn't be here, she says, would you please mention that there are nearly 50 species of primroses in Nepal? The Himalayas are quite a diversity hotspot for such a seemingly insignificant alpine plant. I really enjoyed botanizing during the trek, and the primroses were definitely a highlight for me. We always learned so much from everyone. Brought their own kind of angle to the trek, and it was just really great to have everyone's different perspective. And Andy's botanizing was just
what's the altitude?
Wonderful addition.
14,773 according to my GPS. That could be off by as much as 500 feet. 14,773 feet above sea level.
Wow.
How's it going, man?
Good. How's it going with you?
I'm doing great. How are you feeling? How's your head?
Feeling okay. Slight headache.
Okay. No blood coming out of your ears?
No.
Let's see. No, that's good.
So I'm not thinking about anything else.
It's high enough for that to happen, actually.
I'm keeping him distracted, and he's keeping me entertained.
Okay. So, are you guys talking about photography at all? I mean, after all, this is the world's highest photo workshop.
Spy photography.
That's right, Steve.
Spy photography?
That's the way we are. No, we're talking.
Yeah, Steve admits nothing about that.
Things like that.
And we're talking a little bit of Pearl.
Oh.
Yeah, we're talking
a little bit of database.
Oh no.
We were geeking out, and it was wonderful.
Ruby on Rails, but I don't think we've talked any Ruby on Rails. So
I have no recollection of any of this.
Come all the way up here to talk about that stuff. But
yeah,
it's
as if there's nothing else you can talk about up here. Look at these walls, just with the rocks just put on top of each other, and they just stand there. You actually look through them. It is.
The only thing I remember from this day is the M&Ms.
We go into more detail about that next week, Steve.
I think it's funny. I see this stuff. Okay, so according to my watch, which is not correct, we're higher than my altimeter says. We're at 14,600 feet, so we're probably closer to 15,000 feet. Okay, so
probably between those two.
We're closer.
Okay, I can throw in 4,512 meters. That's what my GPS says.
We're definitely closer to 15,000 feet if we're talking feet.
4612 acres.
And you look around and you see all the effort that's gone into producing these walls. These, whether they're pens or whether they're just windbreaks or anything. And I happen to live in Colorado, and it's not a terribly wide canyon, so it turns kind of into a wind tunnel during the winter. And everyone's trash kind of ends up blowing into my side yard. And our living room, since we have our house is built into a hillside, so we have a walk-up basement. Our living room is actually upstairs. In the front of the house, it's ground level in the back, so we can look out a window inside of our living room. We can look down in our side yard, full story above it, and we see all the garbage. And we go, it's too much effort to pick up right now and everything. I think about that and how lazy we are not picking that stuff up. And then again, around 15,000 feet, all the effort that's gone into this stuff, and it's just I'm always embarrassed every time. But the cool thing is my wife actually, she and her dad and our son actually picked the garbage up yesterday.
Yay! Yes, sir.
Good job.
It's one of the benefits of going on these trips. As long as I can go on these trips, then the garbage will get picked up for me. So isn't that awesome? No, Megan, I want to bring you back in here because again, you're not able to see the video, everyone. But when we did come down from up high, we did get to see the name again. But I just thought it was so cool, listen, we were able to listen to Sonam here, and he said that one of the reasons that he decided to do that was because that he knew that you were really into adventure. Did you catch that at the time, Megan?
Yeah, I did. He's very creative, and he seems to have gotten to know each of us for who we are.
It really did seem he got that, like, yeah, exactly. He got to know you because I know that one of your, like, several different social network sites and everything, you kind of go by Adventurous Meg. I thought that's your handle, and I thought it was so cool that, Megan's really into adventure and everything. And I just bring that up because these guys, they don't have to get to know us as well as they did. But they did get to know us. Sonam especially got to know us really well. Sonam was also a participant in the workshop. But he really cared about all of us, and he wanted to get to know all of us. And one of the things that, I don't know if all of you guys on the trek knew this, but he's been studying computer science. I don't know if you guys all knew that, but he's an engineer. And Sonam's actually living in Australia right now, which is really great, finishing his education. But Sonam he knew all this equipment that we had, and he was always interested in it. And he got to know each one of us in our own way. And for me, it's just great. And just seeing how he had spent some time probably... Was he playing Phase 10 with you, Megan? Okay. Probably dominating. Probably dominating.
Winning every single time.
But he took the time to get to know you, and when it came to be your birthday, he did something that was very unique, and I know you just loved it, and I just thought that was so cool. And so that's just something, Sonam, I wish you were here with us right now in the commentary. But Sonam, we just think the world of you, and it was just great. And Megan, we thought we all still do, but at the time we thought the world of you too. And so, and John Farrow, when it was his birthday, and it was just one of those things about the trek that we can document it, but you really can't understand unless you were there. And all of you guys are there, all of you watching. Hopefully at some point you'll be on one of these with us. But there really is so much more to these treks than just being in the Himalayas and trying to go up to Everest. It's just there's so much more to it. So I just thought I'd point that out, that some of the nicest memories have nothing to do with Everest. So I guess that's what I wanted to say. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining me on this episode. And Megan, I'm so glad, even though you are driving in the car, she is hands-free with her phone, though, everyone. It's very important. She's got a headset on. But thanks for taking the time to actually call in and be able to give a little bit of your commentary for this episode. So thanks so much, everyone. And Megan, you will not be joining us for the next week's episode, but I think everyone else here will. And next week, we continue up higher, and it is just from here on out, it's going to be a mad dash up to base camp in Kalapatar. And I tweeted the other day, the next, let's say 4 to 8 weeks of episodes are going to be some of the most beautiful, entertaining episodes I've ever produced for this show. So, and I mean that, it's just going to be amazing. So I look forward to sharing that with everyone. I say that all the time, and I always mean it, especially this time. So thanks so much, everyone, and we will see all of you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, John. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
The Rest of Everest is downloaded all over the world every day, and watching the show has become a part of many people's weekly routine. The show will always be free to download, but it's by no means free to produce. Please help me cover my costs by making a small monthly or one-time donation from the right sidebar on my website, and in return I'll give you some cool bonus materials. A donation of any amount will grant you access to some interesting video content, including high-definition versions of several podcast episodes. A one-time donation of $25 or more, or any of the monthly donation options, will additionally grant you access to a downloadable version of the film Everest the Other Side, which episodes 1 to 61 are based on. I really cannot express how vital these donations are, and if you've made a donation, thank you so much. As always, our announcer is Marlon May, and our music is provided by Wendy Wu. Check her out at wendywoo.com. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching The Rest of Everest. For more information on the expedition, please visit therestofeverest.com.